I thought about just giving Winter the mic and saying, Winter, talk to us about THREE. She prays for the company and prays for everybody in here. She's such an angel. But I want Mark and Jill to share with you. You know, they've had an amazing journey, not just in this business, but they've had Mark's had the safe thrown on top of his head, so to speak. They've had a lot of challenges, health stuff with family. They've had a lot of challenges. But I'm going to hand the microphone to Jill first. I want her to share with you her perspective on what she's seen in this industry and why THREE. But then I want to hear from Mark some of his thoughts. But I want to thank both of them for their amazing support as we went out to launch this new venture. I want to thank both you guys. You guys have been an absolute blessing. I want to start with Jill.
Thank you, Daniel. Okay, my mouth has totally gone dry. Do you feel that when you get on the stage? I am so out of practice, but I just want to say just a couple things. 21 years ago, May 24th, 2002, I entered into an opportunity. Mark and I were married 21 years ago today. So, that helped. Anyway, I really can't think of a better opportunity for us to celebrate our anniversary than with all of you all. So thank you. And Daniel, I know my name sounds like Jewel. It's Jill Ewell. Jewel is a very pretty name, but when I married Mark, he had a dog named Jewel. So I don't go by Jewel, it's Jill Ewell. It was a lovely dog. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody for coming and all your hard work and for the opportunities we have before us. Winter, did you want to say something? Oh, and Winter is our 11-year-old daughter. She was born a teenager. She really has. She was born to fly, and she's just such a delight. Anyway, she gets to be part of this, and it's a great opportunity and great practice, isn't it?
So when the Zoom call, when it first came on, when we found out the name, I was kind of surprised that it was a no-name company because it's THREE. It's a number. Well, my favorite number too. But yeah, I was born a teenager because, well, technically I wasn't, but I was still a baby. But I did act a lot like a teenager because I grew up around teenagers. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. And you didn't know you were celebrating my anniversary, so thank you again. Thank you. First of all, I want to pay tribute to my amazing wife.
Happy anniversary!
The best day of my life was on May 24th. I was conflicted when Daniel picked this date, and I'm like, no, not today. Not that I don't want to be with you and I love you all, because I do. But last year, Jill was deathly sick last year on anniversary. She had the flu and it turned into C. diff, and she ended up being in the hospital for a week, so that made it really hard last year. So I'm going to have to make it up to her next year. Nothing is going to happen on the 24th next year. Nothing. I'm going to celebrate next year. But thank you again for being here. We're here for you. Okay? I want you to know that we're in a very unique situation. I've been at this a long time, and I had another really good positive today. Lance, thank you very much. I kind of thought I was the great-great-grandpa in this thing. 34 years, and you beat me at 36. Congratulations. I'm not the old one anymore. You can clap louder for that. I'm not the old one anymore. I'm always tired of being the oldest one. But I've been at this for a long, long time. 3 years ago, I chose to retire and just kind of step aside for a little bit, you know, pass the baton. I've been doing this. You know, I don't chase money anymore. You know, I did that when I was 21 when I said yes, because I was looking for money. I needed money. I was broke. I had dreams. I've only had 2 jobs in my life and 1 career. My first job was a little company they call today KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I was 14 years old. You know what my very first job assignment was with that job? Oh, it was worse than that. It was worse than that. They handed me a tough bristle broom. They sent me out by where all the grease gets deposited, and there was nothing but black soot grease everywhere. And he says, scrub. And I did, and I scrubbed hard, and I did it for like 2 or 3 hours, and I thought I did a good job. And the manager of the KFC comes back out and he says, do you want a job tomorrow? And I was like, what? I was like proud of myself. He says, do you think that's acceptable? I didn't even know what to think. He grabs the bristle from me and he just sits there for like 10 minutes on one little square edge. And finally, after maybe several minutes, got a little clean strip. That's what all of this needs to look like. That was my first job ever. But it taught me something. If you're going to do something, do it right. And that's when I learned a little bit about work ethic, working hard. My second job is across the street. I'm the one that you've heard for years and years, bellboy to multimillionaire. I'm that guy. I was a bellboy. I was the guy taking your luggage to your room, right next door. The best day of my life was when one of my colleagues at that hotel said, Mark, I found something, and we're going to get rich. That's what he said to me. And I kind of chuckled and laughed and said, I don't think so. This is where my story begins. Some of you guys have heard it. I said no 3 times. 3 times. That's where my story started. My greatest blessing in life is what I call polite persistence. Folks, don't give up on people. Keep loving on them, because you never know. He finally said something that just got me to at least be curious, take a look. He said, Mark, it doesn't make sense for you to just say no to something you have no information about. Do me a favor. You're an amazing guy. Just get the information. You can tell me no, but do it when you have good information. Make an informed decision and then tell me no. Can you at least do that for me? And I agreed. I went to my very first network marketing presentation at 21. I was the guy sitting in the back row, didn't want to be there. It was truly friendship dues. That's what it was. Boy, did I not know that it was going to change my life that day. Who would have ever thought? I sat in the back and I saw this very polished presenter start telling this story about an amazing industry. He called it the perfect business. I could make money while I sleep. I could have time freedom. I could do this, and shared a product. And at the end, something started churning inside. And I asked myself,